Hello, this is Vivek Babele, and today we will discuss about extrusion process. So this is the diagram for extrusion process, forward extrusion, in which there is ram, die, extruded product, and container. So the principle of extrusion is like that. That extrusion is a compression process in which the work metal is forced to flow through a die opening to produce a desired cross-sectional shape called an extrusion process. In the extrusion process, the forces are applied to the raw material by using a ram in a closed container such that stresses included in the material is greater than the flow stress of the material. As the behavior of the material is like a fluid, the material can flow through the small opening available in the container, taking the shape and size remains the same as that of the opening. Example for extrusion processes are squeezing toothpaste out of a toothpaste tube. It is just like that. So types of extrusion process, and there are two types mainly. First is forward extrusion, second is backward extrusion. In forward extrusion, the direction of movement of the ram and extruded component are in the same direction. So both will move in the same direction. In the case of forward extrusion, every point of raw material has to travel against the container wall friction for the extrusion to be taken place. Hence, the force required for forward extrusion is higher than the backward extrusion. This is the diagram for forward extrusion, and this is the process how it is carried out. You can see that the ram is pushing the material into the die and extruded product comes out. Second is backward extrusion. In backward extrusion, the direction of movement of ram and extruded component are in the opposite direction. So in the case of backward extrusion, the raw material can deform directly as the flow takes place through the die opening to change the shape of the component. Hence, the force required for backward extrusion is very much lower than forward extrusion because there is no friction of the walls. This is the process for backward extrusion, in which you can see that the material is stationary at its place and the ram is pushing it and the die is in the ram itself. The material is extruded through the die and backward extrusion takes place. Applications of extrusion processes are like extrusion is widely used in the production of hollow pipes and tubes, like we have discussed that the toothpaste tube. Aluminum extrusion is used in structural work in many industries. The extrusion process is used to produce frames, windows, doors, etc. in the automotive industries. And plastic objects can be produced widely by an extrusion process. So this is the general introduction about the extrusion process. Thank you very much.